okay to have different kinds of favorite cake. Do you have a favorite kind of cake?
I actually like pie.
Ooh.
First of all, I was talking to you. And second of all, pie is not a kind of cake. You have a favorite time of day? Midnight. That doesn't make any sense. But I was distracted already. I was distracted enough to talk about getting threatened by someone, and now I'm more distracted. And somehow I've combined in my mind a man who would answer a question that was not put to him with an answer that doesn't follow, with an angry man who likes red velvet cake. Next slide. Let's move right on. This is eventually the characters in 13 Words hit the road, and this is the road that they hit. There are many strange things in the road, as you can see, and Myra painted them all from life, from weird photographs that she found, such as the ones she gave me. So even the things that look impossible are actually things that she has photographs of, which I find astonishing. Myra and I were excited to collaborate on another book, and I told her instead of this time that I would just write something and take her out to lunch, that she should show me things that she wanted to paint. And so she showed me things that she wanted to paint, and they were all small objects, surprisingly. And I thought that they would fit in a box, and thinking about small objects that fit in a box was the beginning of why we broke up. Slide. There's the box. It says fragile on the side. Which is the word that means you shouldn't drop it. And on the top it says you either have the feeling or you don't, which is a quote that the girl writing the book likes a lot. Dear Ed, the book begins. I better get my pages. In a sec you'll hear a thunk at your front door, the one nobody uses. It'll rattle the hinges a bit when it lands because it's so weighty and important. A little jangle along with the thunk. The thunk is the box, Ed. This is what I am leaving you. Every last souvenir of the love we had, the prizes and the debris of this relationship, like the glitter in the gutter when the parade is past. All the everything and whatnot kicked to the curb. I'm dumping the whole box back into your life, Ed. Every item of you and me. I'm dumping this box on your porch, Ed. But it is you, Ed, who is getting dumped. I'm telling you why we broke up. Ed, I'm writing in this letter the whole truth of why it happened. And the truth is that I goddamn loved you so much. Why We Broke Up tells the story of a girl named Min, who's a teenager, so she uses language that you should never use. Min is short for Minerva, and she writes a very long letter to a boy named Ed, returning all of his stuff that is in the box. Slide. These are some bottle caps. Min and Ed meet at a party and they drink beer, which is another thing you should never do. In fact, Why We Broke Up has been sold to the movie industry, and the movie industry are more nervous than people in real life. And in this case, they're nervous about the bottle caps. They're nervous that there might be a movie in which young people would drink alcohol. So I would say to all young people who are here, never drink any alcohol whatsoever. Never do it. Studies show that people who drink alcohol also have their hearts broken. And so if you think about the adults you know, some of whom might be sitting near you, they all have two things in common. They've all had an alcoholic beverage before in their lives, and they've all had their hearts broken. So that's why they're such sorry wrecks. And so never, ever become like them. Don't have any alcohol, and then you won't get your heart broken. But Min and Ed had not heard this advice, and so they drink some beer. And the beer is Scarpia's Bitter Black Ale. Scarpia is a treacherous police chief in the opera Tosca, which I was in when I was a little slip of a boy, and I was a soprano in the San Francisco Boys Chorus. I played one of the choir boys in the church, and my father was in Tosca as a supernumerary, as a non-speaking part, and non-singing. In the church, there's a parade, and he was the archbishop in the parade. He liked then to say that he was the world's first Jewish archbishop.